very good morning to all of you. This side on the podium is Sahitya Chaturvedi with Indian Business and Professional Council, Dubai. And today, we are going to mark a historic initiative which is influenced from the recent visit of Crown Prince to India. And if we talk on UAE and Dubai and India, with the emergence of UAE as a nation in 1971, when the bilateral trade volume was 180 million US dollars, and gradually developed over the years to reach almost USD 100 billion in 2025. Thank you. And in the last decade, we have seen a remarkable growth and we have witnessed a transformational change. From commodities to corridor, from cultural to education, from employment to industries, our relations are paving the path for digital trade and investments in a much wider context. In the journey of Viksit Bharat and Dubai's economic agenda D33, we as IBPC and all our members, our chairman, the board, the executive committee, the conveners, we welcome all of you, all the institutions and the family businesses today. And categorically, a very warm welcome to the capital leader, Mr. Sundar Raman, to passionately participating in this program that is curated as a series for connecting the corridors of capital and investments between the UAE and India. It's our honor and privilege to thank the Crown Prince, His Excellency Sheikh Hamadan, who visited BSE, and a big round of applause to Mr. Sundar Raman to immediately unlock the doors of Middle East and unveil the UAE-India Capital Connect series starting today. Ladies and gentlemen, lovely morning of this Monday is ready to mark a historical initiative, and I would like to invite our chairman, Mr. Siddharth Balakrishnan, a visionary man. Siddharth Balachandran. So Krishna's name is also associated with Chandra. And I come from the village Mathura, which is the birthplace of Lord Shri Krishna. So by hook or crook, when is the morning, the Krishna is always with me. And throughout my day, of course. So again, I invite our chairman, Mr. Siddharth Balachandran, a visionary man behind the entire concept of this initiative today. Mr. Balachandran.
Mr. Sundaraman Ramurthy, CEO and MD of the Bombay Stock Exchange Limited, the members of my extended IBPC family, brothers and sisters of this great emirate of Dubai, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good morning to all of you. Success breeds success. Now, let there be no doubt about the fact that we are blessed to be here. And a major part of that blessing is attributable to the environment, the surroundings that mold us. Because it is these surroundings and it is this environment that creates positive situations which enable interactions with world-class institutions and individuals, which in turn may potentially create opportunities that can change the trajectory of one's life for the better. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning's interaction is one such opportunity. Our great country, the great nation of India, the Republic of India, has given us our identity. But dare I say, it also gives us our primary purpose to exist. An existence that has transformed from transactional to transitional. And as India transitions, so do we. Mr. Sundaraman Ramurthy heads an institution that not only symbolizes, but also is the bellwether of India's economic prowess. And he is here for a singular purpose. That purpose being to tell us in no uncertain terms, in case there was any doubt, with extreme clarity, that India has arrived. And India is here to stay. So we look forward, Ms. Ramurthy, to hear from you as to how the Bombay Stock Exchange Limited is enabling that, and also how we can aid in that. Before I conclude, I'd like to invoke the higher power. God bless the UAE, God bless India, God bless all of you. Thank you.
Such a beautiful remark. And I think before we proceed to a Q&A session today, I would like to invite Mr. Sundaraman Ramurthy, the Managing Director, MD, and CEO of BSE, the most dynamic and fastest exchange of the world, being recognized for its speed, I believe 6 microseconds. This is what I'm used to hear. The Asia's first stock exchange, established in 1875, and having the presence in 417 cities of India, and widely known for its census, index, the Sensex. Mr. Sundaraman Ramurthy joined BSE on 1st January 2023 as a Managing Director and CEO, leveraging his experience from previous assignment of MD and COO of Indian arm of Bank of America. A science graduate and cost accountant by qualification, Mr. Sundaraman has worked at top senior roles of IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India, State Bank of India, Indian Overseas Bank, and National Stock Exchange. I must mention his recent accolades of Outstanding CEO of Capital Markets of the year 2023, and also the Asia's Business Leader Award in 2023. Also, the prestigious award under his leadership to Bombay Stock Exchange, formerly known BSE, the Champion Trophy, the Champions of Capital Market, Innovations and Efficiency Asia 2024 by the Capital Finance International UK. So most welcome, sir, and we are eagerly awaiting your keynotes.
Well, I'm not going to, first of all, let me say namaskar and good morning to all of you. And I am overwhelmed by the warmth and affection shown by all of you, particularly by IBPC and very particularly by Balchandran ji, Mahalingam ji and Chaturvedi ji and others. World is very small. Most of the people somewhere or the other, when I was talking to them, I was able to relate. It's something in the past which connected us. I have a lot of slides. I'm not planning to run them through. I have made some the essence of it, let us talk about it and let us have more opportunity to hear you and give replies wherever possible and take home whatever feedback that we need to take back. What India has to offer you, India has arrived. So, just a few things to talk about how we feel that India has arrived. Personally, when I look at India in my younger days, I clearly remember weekends being spent in queues to get 425 grams of sugar per person per household, 5 liters of kerosene oil per month, 10 kilograms of rice and 5 kilograms of wheat. Weekends were like this. Like in cinema theaters, when you approach the counter, there is a greater probability somebody will tell you, sugar is over. Come next time. Cement control price 30 rupees, black market 100 rupees. Milk powder for kids, black market. It was 1.5 decades after independence is when I was born. So naturally, India was limping from the wounds that got inflicted on it. That's not the India today what we are. Today, we are the 5th largest economy and is one of the consumption capitals of the world. Fastest growing economy. 6.5 to 8% is what we are aspiring and we are growing. If I look at the CAGR in the last 25 years, it has grown at around 15%. India is a very old country with very young population. 60% plus of the population is in income earning age. 65% of the population is somewhere around 35, 40. These youngsters are no longer the old type of youngsters. They have what we call in India as a jugaad mentality. What do you mean by that? End in mind, goal in mind. Having obstacles in the path is a norm of life. How to circumvent or go through them and cross it over, that is jugaad. That's what you have today in India. Multiple distinct advantages are there in India today. Why? Because it is having a catch-up growth. In a catch-up growth, everybody else has reached some place. You are traveling. You have a lot of examples for you to learn, a lot of examples as to what you should not do, and you can leapfrog growth. In a matured economy, growth cannot be that high a percentage. We all know that. If I were to say India will continue to grow at 7 or 8% per annum, you will not find it difficult to believe. If I were to tell some matured economy, I'm not naming it because somebody may get offended, right? So if you tell that the matured economy will grow at 8%, you will say, well, we were born in the morning, but not today, right? That's what you'll tell me. As far as the markets are concerned, markets and economy are tightly interlinked. When economy grows, markets also grow. Otherwise, there cannot be sustained growth. Let me give you a different type of a number there. In the last 25 years, the market capitalization in India has grown 100 times. 100 times. The number of investors have grown 100 times. Just think about it. In the next 25 years, somewhere around the number of 2047, which is Viksit Bharat, what we're talking about, If we were to repeat this feat of 100x, what are we talking about? Right? So today we are talking about a market cap of somewhere around slightly a bit shy of 5 trillion. And in the last 25 years, what have you grown? 100 times. The number of investors have grown. It is no longer a selected few who in hush-hush tones, sitting in some office or standing around a roof near Horniman Circle, trading in equity. No. Markets have moved from the ring of a stock exchange, initially to a broker's office, and then to the laptop of yours by way of an application, and subsequently to your pocket through a smartphone. And the smartphone usage in India is the highest, and there are retail brokers who gives multiple discounts and schemes. And today the culture is far different. It is just not the number of people in the equity market that has gone up. Mutual fund also gone up in a big way, almost similar numbers. If a nation grows, nation's oldest exchange, rather Asia's oldest exchange, BSE also should grow and has grown. Asia's largest exchange in terms of number of listed stock, probably I think it is world's number one in terms of number of listed equity stock, just by way of sheer number. 5,500 corporates. 1,400 are exclusively listed with us. We have multiple products, a very robust technology. Eurex, an exchange which is known to all of us, German exchange. German products are all known for their robustness. Their platform is what we are using. The version that I use in BSE today is 10 generations older to the current version of Deutsche Börse. Oh, that means it should be underperforming, right? Very old version. I manage 20 times the order flow of Eurex across the globe. We are the fastest growing derivatives market in the world today. BSE is listed, therefore it is known for its governance. I'm sure some of the people in this group might have invested, I'm sure some are invested in BSE shares. When I joined BSE on Jan 4, 2023, the price of BSE shares were hovering around 420 rupees. Any guess what is the price today? Or rather, 7,000 plus. Is it not a remarkable growth? Have we not proved to you that we are here to grow along with the economy and serve you all? Certainly the market believes so. That's why the price has gone up. It's a fully automated exchange. When I was a young boy, people used to ask me, do you even have stock exchange in your country? We thought it is a land of snake charmers. When I look back today, more than 100 billion, I have 5 corporate entities with me. 50 to 100 billion, I have 10. More than $1 billion company, I have 520. I have 214 million investors. 225 million mutual fund accounts. 78% of my investors are less than 40 years of age. We have 11,000 FPIs who have approached India and who are working with us. FPIs contribute for more than $1 trillion of turnover per annum. They own 19% of our shares. Indeed, BSE is an exchange which should be in your radar. The moment you think of India, you should think BSE because of all the facts that I talked. Most of it would have been already known to you. You are in the market, you know better. Why you are important for us? all people who are Indians and who are outside India are very important for India. Overseas Indian population, it's roughly estimated as around 36 million. Of that, NRI population is around 16 million. UAE alone, as per some estimate of last year, has around 3.5 million NRIs. It's not a very big country. So the population's density of NRIs is very high, very evident, right? You have very high remittances to India, isn't it? Around 129 billion inflow comes into India from NRIs. It has grown by around 60% in the last 5 years. That means remittances have grown in a big way. But roughly it is estimated that only 15% of what you earn is remitted. What you will be doing with the 85%? Naturally, you will consume a bit and you will be investing. So, your investment destinations are not only India, it is many other places as well. So my duty here is to therefore showcase to you, India has got many to offer for you. Kindly consider a bigger portion of your allocation to India, if not everything, right? Desires don't have limit. I will certainly desire all your investment should come to India. When you talk of that, two things come to you. What is that you have got to offer us as investment opportunity? One. And secondly, we hear that it's very tough to invest in India. There are quite a few things that come in the way. How do we take care of it? This is one question which will come to your mind. Let me try to get more clarity on the point number one. And the point number two, I will hear from you. I'll take down, and wherever I can do any advocacy efforts to take care of your problems, I will consider it as my blessing. Slightly philosophically looking, anything that is born goes through 6 phases. You are born, you exist, you grow, you transform, you deteriorate, and ultimately you go away. Big or small, rich or poor, whoever it is, anybody born goes through this cycle. You are a mortal living thing. In Sanskrit, human beings are called martyaha. Why they are called as martyaha? Mriyate iti martyaha. Goes away one day. But there is always a desire in us to remain immortal. How do you remain immortal? A old saying in India tells you how you become immortal. Na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. Not by you doing whatever you want to do to make some money or whatever it is. Or not because of your progeny. Or not because of your wealth. Tyage naike amritatvam anashuhu. You give away. You give something to the society. By giving away is how you become immortal. People like us, what we can give away. The word give away means different to different people. What we can give away is, or what we can give to the society is, if we can build institutions and infrastructures without expecting anything material in return. Because giving away does not expect anything in return. When you give away, you say, "This is not mine, idanna mama." So, with no material expectation, if we could make an infrastructure work, that's the best thing. Believe me, that is the sole purpose for people like us standing in front of you. What we can do to build the infrastructure so that the contributions to the country and to the nation and to the world continues. Because improvement of business in itself is a great social service. Employment, well-being, wealth creation, more CSR. Clearly, therefore, this is not a material activity. It transcends that. In that backdrop, let me therefore request all of you to consider India as a great destination for putting your money as investment. In any area whatsoever you feel, it will of course generate wealth for you. It will also help the society. BSc has got a lot of areas for you to consider. BSc in itself is a listed exchange. That could give you a lot of opportunities for parking your wealth and grow and participate in India's growth. BSc offers multiple segments for you. Equity shares get traded in an online real-time seamless atmosphere with a T+1 settlement, with a clear settlement guarantee mechanism, seamlessly for around 5,500 stocks. Next time you want to consider investing in India, consider BSc as the exchange where you can trade your investments. BSc offers you an equity derivatives segment. Equity derivatives came into existence 25 years before in India. For some reason, it did not take off in BSc. Maybe it was just waiting for me to join. I do not think it is because of me it took off, but certainly I feel things were getting conducive, and to use a Hindi word, ittafaq se, I was there at the right time to claim credit. We introduced derivatives on an underlying index called Sensex, which Sir very nicely referred to. Oldest index of India, one of the oldest indices of Asia as well. Just 30 stocks, all large cap, nicely researched and taken in so that one can be very happy about the diversification of the portfolio that is enshrined as Sensex. On May 15, 2023, that is a few days before today, 2 years back, we introduced Sensex derivatives. Derivatives are growing across the globe. If you run an exchange which does not offer a meaningful derivatives platform, what are you here for? Is a question which haunted me when I joined in Jan. Who can give us advice as to what we should do? Users. You go to those people who will be using it to find out what they want. That is what is finding a gap, right? You continue to exist only when you fill a gap. What is superfluous is not needed for anybody. So with folded hands, in the first 2 months, from Jan to March, I went and met 350 brokers. Only one point I made. What if I do? You will start trading derivatives in BSc. Whatever you tell, I'm all ears. I'm ready to note down. Message was very simple. Introduce N630 derivatives. March 2023, I issued a circular so that we can introduce derivatives from May. Journey was not easy. When I introduced, 8 people were capable of trading. Nobody has put in technology to trade BSE derivatives. Because there was no derivatives, why to waste money? No software vendor was supporting me, but for just 2 people. Consistently go, meet them, request them, tell them why it's an important product. It worked. It worked. Proof is in the pudding. Today, my average daily premium traded is around USD 2 billion. On expiry days, I touch around 50,000 crores as premium. Not a small number, right? Just in 2 years, around 8 million people trade my product. Around 250 FPIs are trading it. 500 brokers are today using it. And all the software vendors support me. My order management capability was 100 crores per day when I started. Today, my order management capability in derivatives is 1800 crores per day. My peak, which I can go and touch, is 14 lakh orders per second. And very soon it will become 18 and 20. I'm working on it. My capability to clear trades used to be 50 trades per second per member when I joined. Immediately I made it 500 and 5,000, and today I can consistently get a hit rate of 13,500 trades per second per member in my clearing system. And consistently means throughout the day. And for longer periods, it can be 25,000 trades per second. And the touch of a peak, which has been experimented, is 75,000 trades per second per member. What am I trying to tell you? We are here to change the technology. We are here to improvise the technology. We are committed. We want more and more of you to come and participate. Equity derivatives is another thing that we offer. We have a mutual fund platform called Star MF, which has a 90% market share. Around 70% of the country's SIPs flow through that. That's another area where many of our Indian participants can use and trade. Of course, NRIs have their own restrictions on MF, which subject to those restrictions. I have an index company to offer to all of you. Anybody who is in mutual fund area or any area where you think you'll be able to use index, I have a 100% wholly owned index company, which has grown multiple. I acquired it from S&P last May. Already I have recovered the money that I have invested, and I have made 3 times more than the money that I invested from May 2024 to March 25. From May to May only I acquired. So clearly that is a very potential company. I have introduced more than 20 plus indices. Just when I was walking up, I saw a message. 5 more indices are in the offering that we are offering. Every index that we make is for somebody to take, and somebody is taking it. Any of you interested in the index business, if you're running a mutual fund unit here or whatever it is, you want India-based indices custom made for you, here is a hand waiting to do some service for you. India has been giving good returns. Let me tell you, the inflation rate over 30 years has been 6.6. PPF, which is government scheme, was giving 8.8. FDs on an average were giving 7.8. Gold gave a return of 9.3, silver 8.7, Sensex 16, and S&P 500 8.5. So therefore, I'm not selling a dream, I'm selling a reality to you. Right? So clearly, therefore, we have multiple things to offer you. Whichever area you think about, we are here. We have an interest rate market, we have a commodities market, I'm not mentioning them because they have not taken in a big way for various reasons. Whatever has taken in a big way, I have showcased to you. I'm here to take care of your wants so that your allocation of funds to India and your trades through BSc increases. If I do that, if I achieve it, I feel I have done some tyaga. What is that? Some service to humanity in building a 150-year-old institution to become stronger before I lay my boots and call it as a retirement. These are some of the thoughts which I thought I should share with you. I'm open to hear from you. Please feel free to ask me whatever questions that you have in mind. I will try and explain to you as much as I can. Where I don't know, I will certainly note it down and I will revert back. Namaskar, and thanks for this opportunity to IBPC once again, and thanks for all the great people here who have been kind enough to consider giving me this opportunity to present myself in front of you. Thank you so much.
I'm sure the many questions are going to come, sir. The way, the pictorial presentation from the histories, the realities to the present situation. Of course, I will not say the vision and dreams here. Of course, it is a reality, but the opportunities are also going together. Really, you have sold the products, I can say, and you have ignited us to think big. 15% versus 85%, well recognized. The days of Russian and from the Vedas, and I can correlate it with Gita, that Tyaga, and I can certainly say that Gita also says that if you are doing sacrifice service for immorality, it is Yasha Kirti Sajivati. The person, the life is Kirti, the praises. So may I request Mr. Amitabha to bring a book, and I also request our chairman, Mr. Siddhartha, to join. We have the 3 series in this program, as this Monday morning or the month of May, which we started. I was recollecting the days of SIPA, also started in effect in month of May. The sir mentioned about the derivatives again in month of May. Today, the program, the Capital Connect series, again the month of May. So the month of May is becoming almost as like money mantha or the money day of this auspicious Monday. So I request Mr. Siddharth to felicitate a visionary leader's book to another visionary, and then take the Q&A forward. And later, we are so glad to announce that 850 registrations have come to join the evening today. And that's how the thousands of gathering, first time for this type of the subject, is going to take place in United Arab Emirates. The floor is open, so let's go ahead with the Q&A. Amitabh ji, to give a mic here as well. Yeah, the first one, Mr. Pankaj. A short intro and then start the straightforward the question.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again, Mr. Sunaraman. And it's quite encouraging and inspiring. Myself, Pankaj Mundra, a chartered accountant and also a founder of 360 TF Capital, a finance company in Gift City. Just taking the journey of 150 is where we see ourselves building a Nasdaq, maybe in Gift City or in India, a dollar-based, supporting the fast-growing and IT-based company. Thank you.
Thank you so much. In fact, I was thinking how I missed to mention Gift City when I was talking. Gift City was founded as a place where India can have an international financial center. While it started some time ago, still it is finding its feet in terms of the regulatory setup and the concessions and benefits that should be offered to make it attractive. You all will agree, particularly in this country, you have seen it. It takes some time for a financial center to take roots. It is in that initial stages. BSC has a subsidiary in Gift City called INX, which is India Stock Exchange there, where we have a capability to fully list foreign companies. It has 23 currencies which are freely convertible in that zone, and there the trading happens in non-rupee denominated currencies. There we have Sensex derivatives as well. Typically, when you come for listing in Indian exchanges, the LODR is very stringent in many areas. This is a light touch regulation that we have put in place to enable listing. So, any of the foreign companies which are interested in offloading part of their shareholding to a slightly different public through a listed mechanism can consider Gift City because one, it is in dollar, second, it is light touch, third, the cost of doing it is far less compared to many other exchanges which typically people would have approached. People used to go to Singapore, people used to go to NASDAQ. They all have become very costly now. So compared to that, Gift City could be a very good situation for such of those companies. Similarly, for India-based startups who want to raise foreign capital and where the people who are ready to put in money want to do through a listed route, Gift City could be a wonderful area where capital can be raised in dollar. The Indian listed companies can also do dual listings in Gift City, provided there's a separate set of shares that get issued. But there the laws will have some amount of overbearing from what the Indian laws are into the Gift City. A company operating in India, but it is very much, it's an unlisted entity. If it wants to come to Gift City and list there, that is also permitted. So there are multiple opportunities available for you to list in Gift City, your corporate entity. My card has been circulated. If you could please approach us with whatever your plans are, we'll be more than happy to handhold, including taking it to the IFSCA, the regulator, and ensuring the passage is smooth. That's a promise from our side.
Thank you for hello. Thank you for a fantastic speech. We have learned a lot what you said, and appreciate your coming here and giving us all the information which we did not have. Now, I would ask you two questions. First one is, as an NRI, we have a lot of hindrances. I've been investing money in India for many, many years. You know, you have a PIS account, you have an NRE account, you have an NRO account, and somewhere along the line, few years back, the government said if you are investing in an NRO account, there is no need for a PIS account. Still, that law has not changed. Still, everywhere there are hindrances on that. And what is your thinking on that, first of all?
So it's a very valid point that you are bringing in. Once bitten, twice shy. Because of the past, Indian government started with a lot of concerns on permitting the market to grow. Let me give you some data point. Everywhere in the world, stocks are born first. Then come stock dealers who become stock brokers. Then comes a stock exchange. And then comes regulations. Last comes the regulator. But this process, this long process, has not gotten delayed in any country as much as it had gotten delayed in India. Just in 1992, the regulators were first born in India meaningfully, and they could commence operations meaningfully only in 1995. Given that there is a good amount of concern in the Indian minds while opening up things, that is one part of it. That is very reflective everywhere if you see in every one of the orders that come in. The second problem that they have today is money has become so fungible. Whether a money is good money or bad money, to distinguish it becomes so difficult. People are also concerned about what is the quality of the money that comes in. Third, market is prone to significantly huge levels of volatility. Whether if any foreign money come, where there is a capability for it to flow back, that in itself whether could generate volatility or not is a concern. In this backdrop, you find many of the laws that today what you are seeing and what you are referring to are in place. And in a democracy, a person decides and it ultimately gets implemented, unfortunately takes a long time. Notwithstanding all this, my experience personally, the last 2 years particularly, is people who are in policy formulation are absolutely ready to listen to us and take action where they can. Clearly, ease of doing business has taken front seat now. Because whether you want or not, India is growing. And if India is growing, if Indian regulations do not become amenable, so many people who want to come to India, we are prohibiting. That's not our interest at all. So clearly, ease of business is one of the top areas where everybody is concentrating. Personally, take my own experience. When I wanted to start derivatives in BSc, it's not one or two hurdles that I had in terms of regulations. Every one of them, I'll give you one simple example. If you are trading in NSE through one broker in derivative segment, we have already done KYC.
Yes.
Then why you should do KYC again for BSE's derivative segment through the same broker?
It was not required.
But it was the norm till August 2023. When I went and pointed out, look, is this looking okay to you? Is it not draconian? What is the purpose served? The law got changed, sir. This is just one example I am giving you. Whatever you are able to cogently do as advocacy, sails through. My humble submission to you is, whatever you have problems, you have my mail ID. Please put it across. Let me give me a shot. Let me give a try by raising it up with the relevant people. And so these are some of the concerns. Some of them may be good for us, not good for the country. Some of them may be good for both of us. At least that much we should immediately change. That's an assurance.
Sir, I'm just saying that the law should change on this PIS account. Plus, the KYC issue is a very serious for NRIs. Every 1 year, they want a KYC. That itself is a hindrance to invest money in India. You know, I'm not saying anything new only for myself, but I have the information that if there is no change in address, there is no change in anything, and that's why for 3 years you should not have KYC. But they're saying this Middle East country is a dangerous country, so we want every year KYC.
I think the point is...
If I can add to what Mr. Ramurthy said, this is the reason why he's here. So policy advocacy is no longer a circuitous road. You can just point it out, and from personal experience, I promise you, it may not pass, but it will be taken up.
And even this question came when we had a delegation from RBI, that KYC became a matter of talk of the day on that particular moment. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And
Which SEBI rule you are referring to is something we have to look at. So the October rule has not affected me, sir. In fact, I have grown leaps and bounds after that.
so well mentioned that email will be available, so we can also mention specific questions. Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi. I'm Dilip Mukundan. I'm here for 32 years in UAE. Thank you for coming and thank you for insights. I would like to just ask you, do you have any future plans? Because I heard you saying when you started, the share price was 400, now it is 7,000. I think I missed the bus. But, but in case, if you have some future plans. Thank you.
It's only starting now.
And also just adding to that question, anything in plans of ADRs?
Anything?
ADR.
ADR.
AD.
ADR.
ADRs. Okay, sorry. Let me give a clarification. I do not own BSE shares. I cannot own BSE shares. I am an ordinary employee who just earn my salary, which cannot be revised because it's a contract. So whatever I am doing is just without any specific additional material gains. So that is one part of it. The second part of it, yes, indeed, we have significantly large plans for BSc. If we are today talking about 100 times growth in the last 25 years, even if not 100 times, even if it grows by around 10 to 20 times in the next 20 years, the exchanges should be prepared for it. Today, exchanges have become fintech companies. We have to think about, therefore, infrastructure building. This I talk to my investors when they ask me what are your future plans. I very elaborately talk about that, and it is a very passionate thing for me. One, we are planning physical infrastructure improvement, technology infrastructure improvement, technical infrastructure, human infrastructure. Clearly, we are working on all of that. More details may bore some people, so I'm not getting into it. That is one area. Second is, we are deepening derivatives in a big way. Deepening and broadening of market is another major area which we are into. Third is, SME is very close to heart, because small and medium enterprises in India contribute significantly for exports, employment, and GDP. When it creates, when it donates for, when it contributes for employment generation, remember what I told, you are actually impacting society. Whatever we do should impact society positively. Therefore, SMEs are very close to us. I am trying my best to ensure, using AI and whatnot and all tools, to accelerate SME listings, and we go and attend as many seminars as possible in all rural areas and other places where SMEs are located, to make them come into the listing mainstream, so that more and more of money and transparency and wealth can be created. That's on what we are having as plans. More detailed plans are there. If time permits, you can certainly connect with us. We can give you a great roadmap that we have in mind. As far as ADRs are concerned, the concept in itself does not appear to be taking off in a big way in many places. Clearly, when we look at IFSC, we look at it as inside out and outside in method. What do I mean by that? Indians capable of trading all markets sitting in GIFT City or sitting in India. How GIFT City could be a gateway for that. All people outside India, they can trade India seamlessly. The word important here is seamlessly. Sitting outside, trading India, all the products. That is outside in. So here, it should not be restricted to FPIs and FDIs. If we do that, it is not all people. Then how do we get to the next level of a retailer sitting in, say, Chicago, wants to buy Sensex options? Can we facilitate it some way? How we should facilitate? That is the thought process that has been lingering in our mind. We are working, making some efforts. It's not going to be easy, as Balachandranji told. I'm not sure whether it will see the light of the day before my tenure ends, but efforts are on, because somebody has to start the effort so that it takes momentum. So I hope I answered both your questions.
Jaya Mahalingam, thank you very much for a very interesting and enlightening morning. Very impressive growth of BSc. But do you benchmark yourself against other exchanges, for instance, NSE or any of the global exchanges? Then where would BSc's growth stand? Okay,
so I will split it into two parts. One is, as today's stock exchanges are mainly only these two. One area is technology, another area is what you make for others. Because ultimately everything gets denominated into rupiah, ana, paisa, or dollar, cent, or whatever currency you say. So if you are making meaningfully comparisons in those two areas, that is what is the benchmarking I look at. In terms of technology, world exchanges, whether we like to hear it or not, slightly far behind. Why do we say that? The type of traffic Indian exchanges face today is very unique. Why does it happen? There is something called as internalization, which is permitted in any other market. If Tom, Dick, Harry, and his grandmother all place the same order through a particular broker, he can net it across and forward only the resultant to the to the exchange with clear transparency at his end. It is permitted everywhere else in the world, not in India. Tom's order goes separate, Harry's goes, grandmother's go. That's the way it is. So naturally, the order messages that you manage become more. There is a client level pay-in and client level payout of not only funds but also securities in India. This is a major thing. You are talking about how many 200 million and whatnot number of investors, and what you are talking directly paying into their account, directly debiting their account. In a way, you are disintermediating in a big way the market with only the governance function and profit making function retained at the broker's end. Most of broker's job you do. And that's why, if you look at it, the operating margins of many of the exchanges in India are extremely high. NSE's operating margin is somewhere 70%, 80%. My operating margin has already started crossing 50%. Why? Because you are doing jobs other than that of a stock exchange in multiple ways. So therefore, I cannot benchmark as far as technology with any other global exchanges to see what I am doing. What I have to do is I have to benchmark myself with myself. Yesterday, if I was doing 100 crore orders per day, am I worthy enough to remain in market today, or I should be doing something more? The day I stop looking at myself to see how I can be better tomorrow, that day is the death knell. So this is one favorite answer which I always give. I am my own benchmark and I have to break myself. I am my own record, I have to break myself. And every day I should work for it. Because if tomorrow is not going to be better than today, my existence today has become a waste. Every day there has to be a development, that's how we look at it. In terms of profits and growth of BSE, we have been running it in extremely tight run ship. The day I joined, when there was no sign of any derivatives in BSE, from that day to till date, I have spent around 500 crores in technology. But even before all the projects are implemented and fully utilized, I have returned it back to the shareholders multiple times as top line. And while my top line has grown leaps and bounds, my cost has been kept under absolute control. Absolute control. So much so, my board is now telling me, be a bit more liberal, and why don't you spend slightly more on these areas? It's okay. So that's how we want to run it. We want to make everybody in BSE realize they are dealing with public money, but they should deal with it as if it is their own personal money in using discretion. While taking away anything, they should consider it is not theirs, it is public money. That's the culture we are building.
Thank you. Great answer.
I think we are moving towards the...
Good morning, Sundaramanji. It's really a delight to see you in UAE. Coming from Bombay, from paper trading to paperless, it's been a great journey. I really salute Bombay Stock Exchange and all your hard work. Thank you very much. My simple question would be, numbers are great, excellent, no doubt, and you just touched based on technology. And recently, since May 8th, there has been a lot of noise by CERT concerning about cyber threats across country. And obviously also coming from Bombay Stock Exchange to all its members to be guided very well on the threats so that there is no impediment in any trading. Just quick one, how geared are we for such disasters in Bombay Stock Exchange, and how vulnerable are we, because it can really lose all the wealth at any point of time?
It's a very valid point that you have asked. A fraudster or a prankster needs to win just once in a millions of time, whereas an exchange has to win all the time. It's not easy. We are at our best in terms of cyber security. We have traffic monitoring capabilities and very capable of taking care of DOS attacks and whatnot. we have an absolutely strengthened cybersecurity mechanism which works 24/7. NCIIPC or CERTIN and our own regulator SEBI are in close watch, and we have lot of alternate mechanism planned in case there were to be a, God forbid, any issue at the main exchange. There are 3 levels of security that we have built there. At this point of time, we feel that we are very strong in that area. Not only me, many of the infrastructure institutions in India have been made extremely strong thanks to all the efforts of the names that you mentioned, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The program which has come today at forefront, the two stalwarts, Mr. Ramesh and Mr. Siddharth and Mr. Sundar Raman over here, the capital connect between UAE and India. So may I request Mr. Ramesh Mahalingam to come on podium for a conclusion remark and also to mention about the team behind this entire program.
It was a very casual statement I made to him when he was in my office. I'm very overwhelmed by the warmth and by the reception that I have here. Thank you all so much, and thank you, sir.
Once again, a very good morning to all of you. I know I'm conscious this is a Monday morning, so all of us have to head back to our respective desks and offices. So I'll keep this short. Yeah. As we draw this insightful morning to a close, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege on behalf of IBPC Dubai to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to all those who made this institutional interaction session a resounding success. Let me begin by expressing my deep gratitude to Mr. Sundaraman Ramamurthy. Big round of applause. For his keynote address, we could all relate to his historical perspectives on how we began with the queues in a modest India, and we saw him take us to the soaring heights of achievement for the economy, for the Bombay Stock Exchange, and for his personal career. Yeah, big round of applause to him, please. We also saw him weave the talk between the material financial world and the philosophical world. And he even intertwined it with physiology within the philosophy, right? Very intellectual interplay there. And there was one recurring theme. My personal biggest takeaway is, from his talk, is the fact of the guiding spirit being immortality. All his customer centricity, all his career, all his efforts, everything is centered around that unitary single goal of becoming immortal for one's deeds. Thank you very much, sir, for this very philosophical thought, that being your grounding and your guiding philosophy for all. He gave a very balanced view of BSE, all the things that went right, and what hasn't taken off, at least as yet, right? We have many takeaways, and we all I can say is we'll thank you for your candor, your clarity, your conviction, and your card, your business card, which is got your email in it, as per your invite. We'd also thank Mr. Siddharth Balachandran for initiating this entire thought process, and for his two phrases that are going to be our takeaways. One is we've gone from becoming from transactional to transformational, yeah, or transitional. And the other phrase is India has arrived. I think there are two strong messages from our chairman, IBPC. To our Secretary General, Dr. Sahitya Chaturvedi, I learned something new, that Chandran is Krishnan. To all our guests, Thank you all for coming out in numbers and giving your time this morning. Sessions like this are a vital step in converting interest into action. Right? Thank you for the wonderful team at IBPC for working in unison and effort with all your time and effort to putting this event together, and not only this, the next two events as well. Yeah? Thank you all and wish you a good morning.